I would not be Nadine if I did not dive deeper and give you more data about what each of those two categories mean. So here we go. Storytelling. I told you that it's important how you portray yourself, what you say, the tone of voice. So I'm going to teach you something. Fun fact. Maybe you knew this, maybe you did not. Buying decisions are only 20% logic and 80% emotion. Dun dun dun. Did you know this? Think about when you were buying something. Did you buy it because this was the most logical decision you've ever made? Did that purse really make sense to buy at $1,500? Or did you really like it and there was a hype on it around it and maybe your friend bought it and told you how amazing it felt to carry it. Maybe it gives you a feeling of like a status symbol and a feeling like you're part of the elite or something like that, right? Everything is driven from emotion. 20% logic because, there has to be something that is logical in some sense. But this kind of applies to B2B, B2C, any type of business because at the end of the day, what's the common denominator? We're all human, right? So we all carry emotions. And even the folks that are in B2B, what's so interesting is like no matter where I go, why sales is such a like once you learn this skill, you really can apply it to whatever you want. Even in B2B, yes, it's a bit different than, well, a lot different than B2C, but the fundamentals are the same. Is that, you have a person who has a budget and they've been allocated this budget. Yes, it's not their own money, but it's their reputation. It's how they choose to represent their values, how they bring success into the business that they're leading or spearheading. And at the end of the day, the emotion is reputation, and either they're going to be proud of the impact that they brought into the company with the budget they had for whatever software they bought, or they're going to fail and um, leave like that will leave such a negative impact on their career, right? Because at the end of the day, we all want to be successful, whether it is in our own business, whether it is in the company that we're working from for, and we just want to represent our brand in a way that represents who we are as people. So this is all emotion. This is all how um, we decide whether to buy something or not, whether we decide to, continue a relationship, or we decide to, even the smallest things like eggs, right? Do you want to, buy the brown eggs, the white eggs, free range, regular? I don't know, I'm not an egg expert, but just to kind of give you some idea about how like decisions that we make really come from a place of emotion and some form of logic, right? You have to reason. It's funny because the brain is a very complex and very interesting organ, right? Um, we try to justify our decisions or our purchasing decisions through logic, right? But at the core of it, it's emotion. So let me kind of walk you through after this what why it's important. So think back to when someone told you a story that stuck with you. Why did it stick? Was it that important or was it the way that it made you feel, right? Most likely, it made you feel like you maybe surprised, maybe astonished, maybe baffled, sad, happy, right? All the stories, like it's the easiest thing. Maybe some people don't remember their childhood, but maybe if you do, like, the first time you earned money, how did that make you feel? The core memory of how you interacted with money. When when your parents took you to your favorite spot, or what became your favorite spot after, like ice cream or the park or whatever, everything has a feeling behind it, and that's how our subconscious mind works, right? The reason why really good salespeople are well, really good storytellers is because they give you a visual, a sensation, an emotion when they're trying to sell you something. It's a transformation, right? They take you from point A to point B with a story so that you in your mind can follow the story, whether most people are kind of visual. So maybe, they take you through a weight loss transformation and they don't just tell you, well, I've helped others lose 15 pounds. No, I took Emma or Stacy and I helped her transform her body so that it would work for her instead of against her. Instead of her always being frustrated and battling with the weight because the numbers kept moving up and down inconsistently, no matter what she ate, no matter how many times she exercised. Um, I like with our work together, Emma was able to make peace with her body, feel energized and happy. And those numbers that were going up and down and fluctuating, they have been consistently going down for 3 months. And the most important part of it, she was the one that made that change for herself. I was just cheering her on and helping guide her towards what her body needed. And I taught her. Well, I don't like to say I taught her, but she learned how to listen to her body and to truly understand how to connect with her body, so that she was eating things that was fueling the um, the needs that her body had. Like I'm telling you how who the hero was in the story. I'm telling you how she changed, right? Emma or Stacy or whomever. Could be Jack too, that's okay. But that's how the subconscious mind works. That's how people make their buying decisions. So when you're selling something or you have a product or service that you're selling, you're not telling them about like how it cuts down their time and by 40% and how it makes them, $100 every month extra on top of what they're earning. No, you're telling them a story. You're telling them how um, right now they're frustrated with the systems being siloed and this is just an example, the systems being siloed and they're just kind of putting out fires left and right, or something simple because this is a beginner's class. Something simple like going back to the jewelry, right? You're not telling them that you're selling them jewelry so that, earrings or necklaces. You're telling them like what the jewelry represents. Maybe it's a gemstone, maybe it's a culture or heritage. Like I had someone who was selling jewelry that represented West African culture. What's the story behind it? Like when someone walks on the street, they're representing, right? They're representing the culture, the pride, strength in numbers, and that's what the jewelry. When they wear that necklace and they wear their those earrings with the symbols that are embedded into it, they walk and they showcase themselves with all pride and confidence. This is who I am. This is what I present, and I'm so proud to be a part of this culture. So that's a story that you're telling when you're whether you're talking to folks, one on one, or whether you're putting things together for your marketing on your website or LinkedIn or whatever. There always has to be some form of like flow to a story, so that people can relate to it, so that people can feel it and imagine it as you're talking.